AK Interactive has finally released a complete acrylic wash set. A few years ago they introduced their deep shades, but now we have a full lineup of washes. And today I want to test them, sample every single color and show you what they can do. They're easy to recognize by their blue caps and their blue logo. Unfortunately, you still can't really see the actual color from the outside, but we're going to fix that right now in this video. There are 18 washes in total, and I'm testing them on these samples that I make myself. For that I take cardboard pieces, each about 3 centimeters wide, add some filler or plaster on top, spread it evenly and glue an old miniature bit. Then I prime everything in white and it is ready to paint for my samples. This gives me a large neutral surface where the colors are clearly visible. I use these samples for my own projects and of course for videos like this one. Now let's start with the actual washes. First up is Redwood Brown, which is best compared to Acrylic's Earthshade. These washes are a bit thicker than the Citadel or other brands, but for me that makes them easier to control. Redwood Brown gives you a nice, dirty, earthy brown tone. Next we have Obsidian Gold, a very greyish tone similar to the famous Nuln Oil. It's subtle and perfect for slightly darkening details. The wash we are seeing here is Black Night Wash, which is a bit darker and stronger than the Obsidian Gold. Next up is Pure Grime, and this is actually one of my favorites in the set. It's a brown-green tone that really lives up to its name. Very grimy and dirty. I think this one could be diluted and used as a streaking grime substitute. Then we have Woodgrain Wash. This one has a strong reddish wood tone. It flows really well, feels a bit more fluid than some of the others and dries very nicely. After that comes Hazel Brown. As the name suggests, it's a warmer brown and I think it's perfect for lighter brown tones as a wash. Next is Sepia Filth. Despite the classic name, this one is actually stronger and more saturated than Citadel's Sepia, which makes it quite interesting. Then we have Crimson Veil, a dark red tone. It's lighter than most red washes you might know, but still very useful for shading red and skin tones. Another one I really liked is Invocation Purple. It's a very dark purple, almost black with a slight greyish tint. It spreads really nicely. Personally, I'm not sure how much I'll use it, but it's definitely an interesting color. Next is Carmine Dawn, almost pink, a pinkish red. I could imagine using this over yellow surfaces to push them towards orange. Definitely an interesting tone. Dark Grey Wash is, as the name says, a dark grayer wash. Definitely darker than Obsidian Black with a slight blue tint. This is going to be one of my go-to washes for metal. Then we have Blue Moon Wash. I think this one is great for metallic armor. You can clearly see this blue tint here, and I really like tones like this. Now for the green tones. First the classic green wash, which leans more toward a natural plant-like green. I think it's great for foliage and organic surfaces. And then Putrid Green. This is a classic orc style wash, more of a blue-green tone, and I think it's perfect to deepen any green surfaces. Here we have Verdigris. This one is more of an effect wash. On white it doesn't really shine, but it's very strong and I'm curious to see how it behaves over metallic paints. Dirt Veil Wash is a light beige tone, may be useful for sandy or dusty areas. I'm not entirely sure yet where I'll use this, but that's how it looks. And finally, for everyone who doesn't want to work with animals but still wants rust effects, we have light rust and standard rust, with standard rust being the stronger, more intense options. In the end, I have to say the color selection in this set is really solid. The consistency is absolutely excellent and I'll definitely add these to my regular painting lineup. Some of them are already in use on my project. The only thing I'm still missing is a white wash and maybe a few yellow and orange washes. Of course, AK also offers those in the quick gen range, and you can definitely use quick gens for that purpose as well. So, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And please like, subscribe and comment to this video. Thanks again.